What's going on, everybody? Oh my god, it's too damn early in the morning. Come on, Chromatic. Let a guy sleep for a minute. Jeez. What's up, Bike Coats? Why is Electric Skyguard so bad with Water Shard? I don't think anybody said it was. Alright, so we got the new Malthius Incursion. Yeah, just one map today, Malthius. It's all in the patch notes. Exclamation patch in chat. We'll get you a link to the patch notes if you haven't seen them already. From last week, there's no new patch notes. Doesn't proc? Well, sounds like you answered your own question then. I've never had any interest in using that combo. Within the Petrify era, electrocuting flyers is kind of not as good. Considering if there's, if you got any sort of a death pit at all. Well, it's just one map, Luis. We have to clear the entire Prime 3 region to get another Hyper Shard, which we don't have the other map yet, so next week. Alright, so here we go. So here's the deal, for those that don't know, with the Malthius Incursion. These healing rings are going to pop up throughout the map. They're in set positions, they're not random. They're always in the same spot. So you want to make sure you're not building where mobs are going to be hitting these healing rings. It's going to heal the mobs for an incredible amount. So this map is actually pretty easy peasy. It's just all about avoiding the little healing rings, and there's going to be one on every lane. Another thing about this map is there's no flyers until you get to the later waves. So theoretically you wouldn't even have to do anything for anti-air and then just watch it in the last waves. So I'm going to spawn camp them here. The healing ring on this side should be spawning right around in this area. The healing rings will open up each wave. So I'm trying to just stay in front of that healing ring and kill everything before they get there. Let's go something like that. What's going on there, Holy Sheep Man? How you doing? Some of them are a lot easier to work with than other ones. Like this one, if I remember correctly, the healing ring for this one is going to be over here. So you can avoid it altogether. I mean, we'll see as they pop up as we get through the waves here. Just getting a little spawn camp in. Wow, this is a Petrify build there, Hairbrand. So, yeah, I mean, it's brute force in a way, but it is a Petrify build. So there's going to be lots of CC. Lots of CC. And then this one, the healing ring should be behind it. Which, like I said, it's been a while since I've done this, but it seems like I remember it being like right here. And then there'll be another one that pops up like right here. And then this one we obviously already have. What's going on there, Joe? Well, patch day, I always try to stream as soon as patches go live or shortly after. Today I had a hard time getting my ass right out of bed, but it's just one map too, so I wasn't... I didn't feel like it was a necessity for me to be live the second the patch went live today. So I gave it a few minutes. Go something like that. You know what? I could have put more flamers in. We got so much DU left. Let's double up on the flames. Every lane, really. Oh, Icos, if you had any idea. Considering I went and laid down and tried to go to sleep like at 11 o'clock. But I just don't sleep at that hour. So I laid there in bed and watched crap on Netflix for a couple hours before I finally fell asleep. I mean, I got a few hours of sleep. Yeah, it's the same as the 1 amp warrior build there, Demon Child. This is the same build I've been using for like the last 3 months. Or more, maybe even longer. Alright, so I could put flyer defense in, but there's no flyers until like wave 4. So nothing to really be overly concerned about until we get to that point. So it's just all about staying out of the healing ring. Well, keeping the mobs out of the healing rings. They have no negative effect on you if you stand in them. Yeah, level 36. What are the mob levels? 36, 166. Let me look at my little sheet and see. 36, 166. Well, that would be more than floor 200. I only recorded them up to floor 200. I'll have to look and find out exactly what floor that is. What's going on, Minders? How you doing? Oops. Let me see. Floor 200 is 34,899. So I'm going to guess this is probably around maybe 215-ish. Something like that. You can attune reflect beams. There's many defenses in the game that can't be attuned to an element. Reflect beams are one of them. Easy fix. There's the shattering torpedo shard. You can throw earth damage on it that way and get your poison from somewhere else. Easy peasy. See, let's get this lane all fat over here just in case. I don't want to be too lackadaisical here because you never know what this is my first time going through the map here. So, you know, I don't know what to expect. Is it going to be just like the old Incursion? Or is there going to be any surprises here? You can do it, Mr. Icos. You can do it. I have faith in you. You gotta remember, even doing floor 200 with no mutators is a big difference. It's gonna be a lot easier without having mutators. By the looks of things, no cyborgs again. So I could have been a little more aggressive with my proton beams. I don't think there's a command set up for it there, Rob. You can do exclamation spotlights and it'll be in that playlist. I've got to go through the YouTube bot. Since I'm only streaming 1 or 2 days a week on YouTube, the bot is not on point. I got a lot of maintenance to do to it. Yeah, flyers are round 3, but the thing with the round 3 flyers is if you look, it's only kobolds. So you can still ignore them. Kobolds are going to dive bomb auras and traps. So they're just going to dive bomb right into this stuff. And I can just completely ignore those. Well, the drops are the same for all of them, Guybroker. You get a chance at getting a fully upgraded Chaos 8 weapon. Chaos 8 amps, and then for completing the zone, once it's all open for us, by completing it, we'll get access to another Hyper Shard. You can beat everything in the game with just the original 4 Lara. I just did a full Ancient Power reset using the original 4 heroes on my alt. There's no reason for you to ever feel like you have to have another hero just to get through the game to Chaos 7. It's when it's getting past that point is where the other heroes really help. But getting from Chaos 1 to Chaos 7, you really just don't need anything else. Just using the proper defenses versus the mobs that are there. You know, it's a game of counters. Has been for several years now. I'd go 2 Earth Shatters and 1 PDT, personally. But either way will work. The Earth Shatter doesn't. The Shatterquake mod does. But I don't use exploits, and that would be exploiting. The Earth Shatter by itself is a clean tower. It does nothing as it's not supposed to. It's Shatterquake that's bugged. The no loot thing drives me nuts. I do wish there was a little bit more loot on these maps. I mean, at least from the bosses, right? Have the bosses drop loot? See, I didn't look at the flyers. For some reason, I think there's more than just kobolds this time, so I'll have to keep an eye on those. I was not sure. I saved the DU to put flyer defense up, but I wasn't sure if I was going to need it, so I wanted to go without this first try just to see. It's like just kobolds again so far. And they're just dive bombing harmlessly. If it only dropped on legendaries, we'd never see it there, Guy Rocker. They're so rare as it is. I mean, I wish they dropped on greens too. Well, they said they might. They've never said straight out that they plan on changing it. They said that they're looking at ways to try to make it balanced. My guess is it's probably way too imbalanced every forum they've checked. On the Petrified Taunt. I like the Petrified Taunt as well. It's a very fun mechanic. Captain Dreadbones never drops anything. I didn't look at the flyer lane again. Oops. I'm assuming wave 5 at least I should have had some flyer defense up, but I want to see what mobs come. Going with too much of a steamroll mentality here and don't want to end up losing. Win streak bonuses in Chaos 7 would be the best way to make gold. There, Jerry. Actually, Demon's Lair Incursion is a pretty good way to make gold now. The Prime variant. It's like nothing so far but the kobolds. Here comes real flyers. Well, maybe not. Just more kobolds. Alright, so, I mean, looking like no air defense is needed at all on this map. If you're building with traps or nodes, that is. Because the kobolds will just dive bomb them. What's in the box? Oh, I was like, oh, what'd I get? But then it's just a Mega Shark. It's like, oh. Alright, let's get out of here. Looks like the XP is decent too. 20 mil. It's like 214,000 gold. What's going on there, Sunbik? The water shocking revelations weapon mans are still a thing if you've created the relic already. But currently new relics cannot be made. Nah, there's no special mods from the incursions. I do want to clear out my bags here and see what kind of like Chaos 8 amps and stuff I get today. So let me dump all this stuff off. You just gotta set up for him there, Demon Child. Yeah, there was a hotfix last week on PC, and it's supposed to... I'm not sure if it's arrived already on consoles, assuming it has. Right at launch, though, the gear was dropping without mods. Alright, let's get it, y'all. Feel free to hop on in and join me. I'm on US West. West. See if we can't get all 4 of those new weapons today. Yeah, it's a bug. It was a bug right on launch on patch day. Anyone that follows Chromatic, they've talked about it all already. They said it would be fixed as soon as possible, and on PC, the update already came, and then this week is supposed to be when it hits consoles. Of course, you can't just publish an update on consoles. You got to go through their approval process and all that. Where on PC, they can do updates whenever they want. Consoles are rude in that fashion. It takes too damn long. You don't get a shard this week, there, Queen. It's only one map this week. You have to complete the entire zone to get a shard. We don't have the entire zone available to us. Next week, we should be getting a shard. Well, sadly, that earth damage chip is doing absolutely nothing for you there, then, Demon. Or it shouldn't be, anyway. Why on earth would you have put earth damage and mixed it with shocking revelations? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. No offense, but... that may be why you're having problems getting the maps done. You can build on top of Malthius? I don't think you can. It's hard enough just to stand on top of him. Let's see. Alright, 9-10 left. I'm gonna ignore the flyers again. Yeah, we'll just ignore the flyers again. I haven't done OG builds for him yet, but if I was to, so far with what we've got, all I would do is spam auras, to be honest. I mean, you could fit, what, 4 Flame Auras, a Lightning Strike, and a Boost Star in one lane would be 180 DU. So that's what I would do if I was just to do OG Heroes only. This week, I think it's that Torchbearer mod, Luis. Kind of a POS. What's going on there, Michael? Yeah, this is actually going pretty dang easy here. I expected it to be a little bit tougher this week, but it's far from over. We got a long way to go on these incursions. Exclamation nuke in chat. I'll give you the full rundown on my nuke monk there, Luis. Just the weapon, though, is Frostfire Remnants, Grave Infection, and Focus Power. Too easy. I think they're talking about the power level of the enemy. Like these are 36,000, was it? Let me see. Yeah, 36,167. I don't know if they even go up that high, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I'm pretty sure they don't go up that high, though. They might. But I don't believe they do. Well, we can check this one pretty easy. I mean, 36,000 mobs if you... Floor 200, what did I say earlier? Floor 200 is 34,899. So I'm guessing it's probably closer around 230, 240? Something like that. DDA is free-to-play game. It'll never be dead. There will always be people playing DDA, or DD2. But, I mean, to be honest with you, the population is so low right now. I mean, it's not going to get that much lower than it is now. For a week. I don't have as much faith that people are going to only play DDA for a week as you do 0 Day. DDA is going to definitely take up. Oh shit, we got Go Trunks in here. I didn't realize. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to DDA personally. I'm gonna grind it out. DDA is gonna be a grind game just like every other Dungeon Defenders game is. Yeah, I personally will still play DD2, absolutely. I won't play it as much, but I'll still play it. I'm still gonna do a DD8 or a DD2 stream at least like 2 times a month at a minimum. Yeah, well, I mean, it's an entirely different game. Everybody's got to realize that a lot of people play DD2 because it's free. You know? So people who, I personally absolutely despise free-to-play games. They nickel and dime you, and you end up spending twice as much as you would have if you just bought the game outright. So I am certainly not that type of person. I will make that opinion quite clear. I cannot stand microtransactions. But a lot of people like it. You know, a lot of people like that it's free. When I play a game, I want to experience the whole game, though. You know, I want to be able to do everything and not have, like in DD2, it's all about the inventory limitations. You know? Oh, well, I mean, a percentage is relative to what gear you have. There, Queen. So that would be completely incorrect. Maybe for them it was 20%. But, I mean, the the ancient power benefits and the benefits you get from Ascension is it's a straight up number. You know, you get what, 20,000 defense power essentially out of max Ascension talents. So as a percentage, that's gonna vary depending on what other gear you have. Yeah, I really like the art in DD2 as well. Yeah, I disagree with you there, Zero Day. I personally think free-to-play games are cash grabs, every one of them. I can't name well, I guess with the exception of Warframe, I can't name one free-to-play game that's done it right. Not one, except Warframe. Just every other free-to-play game is just some form of cash grabby. It just, I personally just don't like it. I don't like microtransactions. Give it a second. Mafia City. Never heard of that one. Did I get a weapon there? Nope. Stupid Mega Shark. Mega Shark's actually not a terrible weapon. Because I want the new stuff. Well, you can't compare the MOBA world to this. The MOBA world is, I mean, I know people that have got thousands of dollars into League of Legends. It's like the biggest cash grab, throw your money in the river thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, how on earth do you put that much money into a game that basic? You know, I mean, but people do it and they love it. So I just don't want to be the guy that spends $1,000 on a video game, you know, and free-to-play games make that possible. I just don't get it, you know? I mean, I get it from a business perspective. I just don't get it from the player side of it. One of the guys I used to work with at the casino had a really bad Clash of Clans problem. He was dumping all of his money into Clash of Clans. It's like, come on, dude, really? Not only is it just a game, but it's a stupid mobile game. Don't throw all your cash away on a mobile game. Hey, what did I miss? I feel like I missed... Oh, I didn't put Reflex in here. There we go. The skins are kind of a gambling addiction loop. Can't say I disagree with you there. People pay way too much money for that stuff. What's going on there, geek? Well, I mean, Warframe does it right because you can straight up earn their currency easily from the markets. You know, that's one of the aspects that I think Warframe really does it right. You guys have all heard the story. When Fortuna launched, I made almost 6,000 platinum in one Friday through Monday weekend just from fishing in Warframe. 6,000 platinum. I mean, that's like a couple $100, right? That, in my opinion, is doing free-to-play right. When you can go in and grind something out and earn the exact same thing that somebody wants to throw money at. So, I mean, I definitely believe that Warframe did it right, you know? No doubt in my mind there at all. A few games that I think people should base their business models off of, like Warframe is a great free-to-play business model. You look at Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is great at doing in-game events, constant updates, stuff like that. Now, on the same note, their free-to-play business model sucks. So it's not the best of both worlds, you know? Well, just ask Warframe their 0 day because 70% of their player base do grind it. But there's enough people that are throwing cash at it where they're not only profitable, but I mean, it seems like they're growing a little bit all the time. I mean, with the exception of Dota, obviously, it's the most played free-to-play game on Steam. Besides the Steam exclusive stuff, or not Steam exclusive, but you know what I mean. The Dotas and the TF2s. The Dota Fortress 2. That'll be the next game. But Warframe does really, really good. Oh, I put my time into TF2. I played it before it was free to play though. And actually made some money off of all the stupid shit that dropped from people willing to spend real life money on stuff. I was completely shocked. Decided to clear out my TF2 inventory because I hadn't played it in so long, and ended up getting like a couple $100 in my Steam wallet over the deal. I think TF2 was probably, or the original Team Fortress was probably my first Steam game. I'm not even sure, to be honest. I believe it was TF, or the original. It may have been TF2, I don't even know. I can't remember what brought me to Steam. Addicted to Balloon Race. I used to love those Balloon Race maps so much. Nothing better than camping the other team's balloon. Let me see something here. I want to look at these lane tags on these flyers. Yeah, it's still just kobolds. I thought I saw something else on there in on wave 5. I'll have to look. I played quite a bit of Minecraft. I mean, I think most people that play video games in today's day and age have played some Minecraft before. I haven't played it in a long time. Omni's been bugging me to play some Minecraft with him. Yeah, they fixed it. They fixed it last week on PC and should have hit early this week on consoles. Wasn't that big of a deal in my opinion. I mean, obviously nice to see the mods dropping, but wasn't a huge deal. What's going on there, Falcon? How you doing? Alright, let me look at this lane schedule here. Yeah, it's saying there's lightning bugs coming now too, but I didn't see any of them last map. Oh, it's still not updated? The update isn't in on console? Well, it's sitting in certification then. I just don't know why they do that. I mean, you're this massive multi-billion-dollar game company. How do you leave games sitting in certification for days and days and days? It's like, even if you only had one full-time employee that's doing that sort of thing, how does it take that long? You guys need to complain. I'm not big enough of a console player to have a legitimate complaint, but if I was a console-only player, I'd be pissed. As a PC-only player, it pisses you off, because on PC you have to wait because of the console certification crap. You know, this update we would have had weeks ago if it wasn't for consoles. I don't know why they do that. I mean, I don't understand. Where does all the millions go? You know, I mean, how many... God, I mean, how many millions of dollars a month does Xbox and PlayStation make individually, not including their mother companies? You know, I mean, pay one person to do that. There's not that many games where it would take more than one person and your game would be through certification in a day. It's ridiculous. Every player is playable in primes there, Toby. The Dryad's super strong. She a mean girl. That's for sure. Alright, let's do one more and then I'll make a new group here. I was hoping to get some weapon drops. I haven't been seeing anything though. It's every week, Connor. We get a map. According to the patch notes, when they originally launched the update, she's still super strong, Geek. I mean, one of the strongest burst damage heroes in the game for sure. Definitely right up top there. And her CC is absurd. Dryad's a great hero. Nothing wrong with that. Her towers are a little wonky. They have a mind of their own. But her as an active hero is super, super strong. I mean, it's one of the few heroes that can get over 200 million DPS. I mean, there's just not many heroes that can do it, you know. She is one of them. This map was, yeah, it drops the weapons from Malthius. This used to be the farmer map for that armored cleanser bow that is now just a complete POS reskin. It used to actually be a special bow in the game way back in the day. It was super good. It put a debuff on enemies that was like the Sundering Blowshard. And it was a super hot item. It was the bow to use back in the day. And then sadly, its shot type got turned to poo. Turned right to poo. The Barbarian's super strong if you like melee. I just don't like melee personally. In any game I play, I never play melee. Except, I guess, can't really say that for games like World of Warcraft. I've played melee quite a bit there. But most third-person or first-person games, I usually don't play melee. I just like the ranged heroes better. But yeah, anyway, this used to be the map that you went to for Armored Cleanser, the Armageddon Staff. Used to have a special shot, and it dropped here. This used to be one of the farm maps for sure. This was the map that you ran back in the old Nightmare 4 days. Even before that, the 25 before Nightmare came around, the 25 plus days. This was the map. Gotcha. C8 amp on the first run. Very nice. I haven't gotten much of anything yet today. I didn't look at the loot from the last run yet. I'd like to get all 4 of those weapons today. I don't know. I don't think that's going to be realistic, just having this one map to do. Well, I think that was what they were going for. Here, bro. What's going on there, Firth? How you doing? The mobs here are 36,000 and change. There, Marcus. What onslaught floor am I at? Well, I'm not really climbing. But I'm at like 480-ish, I want to say. Something like that. I'm not even positive the exact number. Oh, it's the same way on all platforms there, Mr. Yo. It's alright. Teach them, man. Nobody knows how to build when they first start. 484. Geek would know. I'm assuming Geek's at 490. Yeah, I know you passed me. I don't care. Fair enough. Sounds like a plan there, Mr. Yeah. Well, awesome there, Lizard King. Glad it helped out. 494. Oof. I just have no interest in doing Onslaught anymore, to be honest. Unless they add in a reason for me to do it, I probably will never do another Onslaught map. I wanted to get to 500, but at the same note, I don't really care. I mean, I'm pretty content with where I'm at, you know. That's the only thing is I do wish that all the maps were here so we could play them all, you know. The one a week thing, I'm stoked that they gave us 6 of them up front, but the one a week thing is, I mean, I appreciate that there's something for us to do every week, but on the same note, one a week. Come on, give us 3. Go it, Chromies. I mean, I understand where they're going with it. It's a marketing thing. They want it to end off right a week or two before DDA's beta goes out, you know? I mean, I would have even have been fine not having 6 last week if we could have got more. I don't know. I mean, you know, ain't nothing we can do about it now. It's set up. It's rolling out like it's rolling out, but... I mean, shit, the update's only been live for 90 minutes, and we've already got the map on farm. In public groups, you know. It would be nice if there was another map to go to. But on the same note, haven't gotten any of the shinies yet either. There's another bow this week. You can look on the war table and see what the weapons are. That'll be 3 bows in the mix now, right? Is it 2 or is it 3? But another bow. I did see that, and it looked like there was an apprentice adept staff. Here's the armored cleanser. Oh, if you were only what you used to be. Dagger, staff, sword, and bow. Fair enough. I was hoping to get something for the EV2 this week. Head out to town here and go through the loot, and I'll fire up another one. Anybody that wants to join, I'm on US West. So feel free to hop on in. What's going on, Luke? How you doing? It looks cool, that's for sure. I'm just way too lazy on my Mystic. I want my Shadow Flame aimbot. This one does feel easier, Geek. I think one of the reasons is there's no big health mobs. Where's one KS 8 amp? So I got a KS 8 amp today already. That's nice. None of the weapons though. No good. This is what I've collected up so far. I got Dish Mini. Actually found that little bad boy. That was a good one right there. A 10 out of 10 focus power chip on it. That's good shit. I like it. I would assume so onboard. Anyway, let's take a peek at those weapons. Molten Embrace, so that's a Mystic Dagger, huh? Very Lavamancery themed. The Dragonist Staff. The Steam Saw Mark II. That's from DD1, y'all. Who doesn't remember the Steam Saw, right? And then the Iron Wolf. That's a bow, obviously. Oh, I hear you there, geek. No doubt. Oops, I was right on the damn map. Why did I not just start it? Get another one going there. Oh, you got the Steam Saw? Nice, Psychos. Just the one. It's one every week there, Patrick. Every Wednesday until they're all released. We get one a week. I wanted to look and see what this equates to in Onslaught. Guess I can check that later. There's no Hyper Shard this week. We only get the one map, so we only get the Hyper Shard for clearing the zone. So we don't have the entire zone unlocked yet. So no Hyper Shard for us this week. I'm ready for another Hyper Shard though. Using poison on them. Poison to combine with the earth from Shattering Torpedo on the Reflect Beam equals the Petrify combo. So we got a big Petrify combo with Boom Boom and 2 Flame Auras is basically the damage setup. Alright, look good. I want to watch those Wave 5 flyers. I never saw any ladybugs or lightning bugs come out of there. I think that's a pretty good guess there, Geek. I think they'll save the better ones for the end. I mean, we'll have to see. Giving out Destructive Pylon up front was definitely... I completely think that is a catch-up mechanic for newer players. I really do. Which is fine. I mean, lots of games have it. But that's why I think Destructive Pylon went out up front. Is it gives newer players a pretty easy to achieve Hyper Shard that will definitely change their experience. I really think that's kind of what they put, why they put that in up front like that. I think Mass Destruction will be the last one. I mean, it's the most... Well, it's the first Hyper Shard, of course, from Mastery. So that, of course, would make it the most used. But in my opinion, it's the most powerful. So I certainly think that one will come last. Well, Destructive Pylon's a game changer. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it adds so much. It makes boost R's viable. And it adds just so much to your defenses. Destructive Pylon on any defense by itself is greater than a boost aura by itself. But when you combine the two and you're using your Destructive Pylon to boost your boost aura, the numbers go up very, very nicely. I don't know, Zero Day. I mean, I expect the same. You know, her to have, if not 2 bill, pretty close to 2 bill. She's gonna be a beefy girl. No, you can't combine elements on any defense. The whole water shocking revelations thing is grandfathered in for people who already have it. And Chromatic has said they're going to try to make that possible to do in the future. I was just checking it out. The wife brought pizza home from work. It's not working at all? Out of batteries? No juice. The wife says she's out of juice. I think Dungeon Defenders Awakened's going to be awesome. Can't wait for it to get here. I mean, we don't know very much about it, other than it's coming. There's lots of interesting things they could do with Betsy, but I mean, it comes down to the whole dev time thing. I mean, how much dev time do we think they're really going to dump into DD2 while they've got DDA, you know, in the process of being developed? I don't think it's much. So I don't think there's going to be any massive changes. I do think that she's going to be a mean girl. And, you know, if you all remember way, way back when, for those that have been playing that long, when Betsy was actually hard, she would one-shot you if you got up on her platform. Her little breath that she would shoot out and do damage throughout the map hit very, very hard. Oh, I'm talking before Nightmare 4 there, Petri. Back in the game used to, before the Nightmare days, the game was based off of level 25, and the hard difficulties were 25, 25 plus, and 25 plus plus. That's the good old days there. But back then, Betsy was challenge, you know. She was a mean girl. Yeah, but lightning towers were AoE then. I liked those old lightning towers. Lightning strike was a skill sphere that you could put in to turn your lightning tower into a lightning strike tower. But yeah, it was AoE like the flame aura. But that was the meta when people finally started clearing that, was geyser traps and lightning auras. Got it. That electrocute combo has been around since the beginning. Of course, it didn't become widely popular until mods and the weapon manufacturer. Yeah, I like the old Flame Burst. The Flame Burst Tower was awesome. I'll be honest, I ended up using more cannons than I did Flame Burst Towers back then, but I did like the Flame Burst. I mean, Flamethrower is great now. The problem is kobolds. Noisy truck going by. The flying kobolds just destroy flamethrowers, so if you're in Chaos 7, you know, now obviously now we'll be farming more of these than anything else. There's no new shard this week, Mr. Destiny. You have to clear the entire region to get a shard. We don't have the region opened. We only have one map. So no new shard this week. Sadly. Give me my hyper shard, chromies. They don't want to. Next week is going to be interesting. Next week is Power Surge. Well, welcome there, PBHC. The XP in gold is actually not as good as you would think for time spent there, Mr. Yeah. I actually did a little number crunching. The XP from or the XP is not as good as Dragonfrost on any map, including Demon's Lair in 2-minute runs. But the gold on Demon's Lair is really good. It's really high. I did, you know, obviously everybody's different depending on their ancient power level, but at my ancient power level, the gold per hour was the highest gold per hour on Unholy Catacombs before. And what the heck? Oh, I'm out of juice. Needs the mana, y'all. Yeah, I think there will be lots of heroes from Dungeon Defenders 1 and 2 in DDA. I mean, at launch, I don't think we'll have anything but the original 4. I think any additional heroes we get at launch will be good, but I really think that there's not going to be anything but the original 4 at launch. DDA is the new Dungeon Defenders game that's being made. It releases February 2020. Two times faster? That's a pretty big statement there, Zero Day. Is it really 2 times faster? Two times seems an awful lot. I mean, we got mana. I could put something there right now. Or not. I get punched in the face instead. 2 times faster just seems like a gross overstatement, though. That means it would cut the map speed in half. So, I just have a really hard time seeing it being 2 times faster. But, you know, hey, I'll try it. I'm up for anything. The only way to get it is from me during giveaways, PBHC, and gotta wait for Chromatic to give out codes. They haven't sent. I don't have any codes to give away. So I mean, if they're not giving me the codes, I can't do the giveaways. They haven't sent any out in ages. Any time now would be fine. I'd love to have another giveaway going. Just need to get those 2 flamers upgraded. I'm pretty sure that'll spawn camp the lane. I mean, I don't see a difference in runtime because I've been basically spawn camping the lanes with Frostfire. But they are some slow movers out of these lanes for sure. What's going on there, Sultan? Welcome. Welcome back, I should say. That's it, PBHC. There's not very many Easter eggs in the game. For anybody that didn't get the Tiki mask thing, that's moved to adventure mode. So you can still get it, but you have to go into adventure mode to get it. Oh, I've been grinding Prime 1 and 2 like a mofo over the last week there on McDonald. Today I'll just be doing the new map, trying to get the 4 weapons. Give them new weapons. Let's see, let's do this. Give these a little more juice over here. That should get the spawn camp. Should square the spawn camp away there. DD2 population has actually gone up here over the last 30 days or so. So certainly not dying by any means. I don't really know what to contribute it to, but last month there was a big spike in, well, not big, but there was a spike in DD2 players over previous months. But, I mean, DD2's an old game. You know, it's old news now. I mean, hell, I've been playing it for, what, 5 years? Actually, this October, I think, is my 6-year stream anniversary. Since the very first DD2 stream. So, I mean, it's been played. I'm ready for DDA, personally. Yeah, they bomb. Even where I've got them here, they bomb right into Malthius's head. They're all board. Oh, nice, PBHC. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Come get wrecked, Malthius. Toohoo. I got cobolted. A tower that acted as a shield against the dive bombers. That would be interesting. Depends on how you play it, Connor. You can go either or. If you want just pure hack and slash, then just go hero damage. Or actually, you want to go hero health, really. You look up the Turn the Tides Barbarian on my channel. That's the barb that I personally would recommend in this day and age. It's exactly what is expected, y'all. I mean, it stinks that we only got one map, but they told us this up front. It was in the patch notes last week. We'd be getting one map a week for the rest. There's bot commands for all of that stuff there, Pro Ace. I try not to... I already got so much crap spammed in the description. But exclamation spotlights will take you to the hero playlist, or the hero spotlights playlist, heroes and defenses. And that's the main one, really, because that does get updated. Anytime that a build gets outdated, I remove it from that playlist. Nightbot snoozing this morning, maybe? Oh, there it goes. $800 more gold than Demon's Lair. Well, Demon's Lair only takes 2 minutes, though. See, let's do it a little bit different here this time. And we'll try to spawn camp them a little bit more. See if 0 day is right. I mean, by all means, it's going to be faster, but... How much faster? I can't imagine it being more than a few seconds, to be honest. Let's see. Let's just go one big one across like that. That leaves a ton. So here we can go. Something like that. And something like that. Actually, that leaves me room for 2 here as last resort. There we go. Yeah, these are heals for the enemies that are on board. A demon takes longer to build. I actually got the build time down to like 16 seconds on that one. I've got max ascension into hero health. There, newbie. We don't know a whole lot about the story yet, Connor, but yeah, that's the gist of the storyline. Heroes go back in time as there's some super baddie that's trying to mess shit up before ancient power becoming a thing. So, as far as the lore goes, that's the direction they took. There's an entire playlist of news articles from the day it was announced until now on my channel there, PB. If you just go there and scroll down. Yeah, the newest was that Nintendo Switch trailer. You have to do one Chaos 7 map there, Thalarth. You're at 5.3 gear score, then you have to go do one Chaos 7 map, and then it will unlock floor 28 after you do that one Chaos 7 map. So it's not a massive time saver, but it is something. Saves you a couple maps, you know. Figure it'll save you 30-40 minutes off of your AP reset time. I like this map. I've never really had a problem with this map. There was a time where there was really bad ambient sounds on this map. And I didn't play it very much then. They finally got that toned down. There was a time in DD2 where sound was really wonked out. They got it dialed in now. The Liferoot Forest map at the end when Betsy comes to steal the egg away, that used to be like ear bleeding. Like the second you got to that point, you had to instantly either mute or take off your headset or whatever, because it would just blast your eardrums. Alright, so there is lightning bugs there. How weird. I don't think I've noticed them being there at all. That's the first time I really recall seeing them, to be honest. Oh, it's way too early for any news like that, PB. We're many, many months away from hearing anything like that. Well, you realize that your champion score means nothing. Oh, yeah. Your champion score doesn't even include anything at all involving your defenses. It's armor and weapons only. That doesn't seem very quick there, Zero. Maybe the spawns are just coming out really slow. 7 minutes and 30 seconds, not including the build time and insta-hitting G. That seems quite slow. But, I mean, you can only kill them as fast as they're going to come out, right? Well, everything is compared to Demon's Lair. Everything in the game. I mean, you can get Drakenfrost Keep done quicker than that. I haven't done the comparison yet there, Patry, but it's greater than floor 200. I'm guessing it's probably around 240. What's going on, IHOPs? How you doing? I can't get anything higher from drops. Well, you have to go by the power level of the mobs. There's 0 day. These are 36,170. So you'd have to find mobs that were 36,170. You can't go by their health because mutators, etc. But you can go by their power level. Like I said, I'm guessing probably around 240. We can pop in and check after this. We can figure it out here. The Scarlet Enforcer. Floor 201 shouldn't be that high. Floor 200, or yeah, it may be. Floor 200 is 34,899. I don't know, we'll check. We'll check after this map here. We'll figure it out. Chaos 8 would be the max gear, but with the exception of these weapons, Chaos 8 gear doesn't drop. You have to upgrade to it. We don't have the whole zone unlocked yet, IHOPs, so no Hyper Shard today. We only have one map. Well, you gotta realize 240 without mutators for somebody that's doing close to 500 is pretty easy, geek. Let's see, we'll go pop over and check it out real quick. Oops, I couldn't get my thanks message out. Yeah, Borderlands 3, what, 10 more days? Not even. 8 days and change. Borderlands 3 will be here. So let's see, it was 36,170 was the power level. Let me check the loot again real quick. Doesn't look like I got any. There's one. The Dragoness. The icon on that looks a little funky. That's my first of the Prime 3 weapons. Looks like that was it. Harbinger's not on the list. The list of all the maps that are coming are in the patch notes. If you look at the patch notes from last week. Let's see. Floor... what did I say? 240. Let's look at 240 and see. So it was 36,100, right? Oh, yeah. I'll show you here in a minute, 0 day. Well, I mean, Prime 3 is not all released yet. We got one map. This one map is not very... you know, it's relatively easy. For me. For a lot of players, it'll be easy. For a lot of players, it'll be quite a challenge. Alright, let's see. Okay, these are 41,000. So yeah, it's not anywhere near 240. That's way too far. Yeah, Betsy's the last one. Radioactive. Betsy should be the hardest map. Alright, so 240 was way too high. Let's look at 210. Let's see, let's see. $36,624. So 210 is even a little bit too high. I'm thinking like 207 maybe? Let's try 207. There's really nothing to explain with how floors work. You complete one, the next one unlocks. I'm not really sure what you mean by what emblem after getting 0 of 50. Thinking 207 is going to be right about there. I'm super stoked that the maps don't have mutators. I, for one, am not a fan of Onslaught in any way whatsoever. I think that adding in maps without mutators brings it more of a Dungeon Defenders 1 flavored grind to it, where there's one special weapon that you're grinding for or whatever, and it's all about grinding it out and getting that weapon, you know? $36,106. I think that's it right here. So floor 107 would be the equivalent. Or pardon me, 207. Floor 207 would be the equivalent. The icon under my name is just something that there's a different one assigned to every ancient power level. So this would just be the one that's ancient power 65. There's no choices you can make there or anything. It's just that's the logo or the icon that's assigned to your AP level. I think so, Zero Day. You gotta remember too, this is the first map in Prime 3. What is next week's map gonna be? You know, hopefully 250-ish. Well, let's see. Let me look at the numbers here. So the hardest one so far, as far as enemy power level goes, was Forest Poachers. And that was equivalent of floor 162. So that's a jump of 40 just to going up one map. So, I mean, 240, 250, I think that'd be pretty realistic. I'm excited to see what Betsy is at the end. No, you can't get the Hypershard. Hypershards are tied to a zone, not a map. Today we only got a map. We don't have the entire zone unlocked. You get the Hypershards for beating Prime 1, Prime 2, and Prime 3. Prime 1 means you have to do those 3 maps to get one. Prime 2 would mean you need to do these 3 maps to get one. Prime 3, we don't have the whole zone unlocked, so we have no way of getting it. I don't think that they'll go anywhere near that far. I mean, they might. They have to make it accessible to everybody, though. One of the things that the endgame players don't quite grasp is this update is not for them. This update is for the DD2 player base. It's not for the 1%, you know? So I personally would be shocked if they went quite that high with it, but you never know. I mean, only time will tell, right? Alright, let's get back at it. Still, well, I got one weapon. the Dragonist. I got 3 other weapons to get today. They already said, I don't think there's going to be a special reward for the last map. The special reward is the 7th Hyper Shard. You get that by completing all 6 of the other areas. Ah, crap, I hit private. God dang it. There will be 6 primes there, Pro Ace. And then you'll get the 7th Hyper Shard by completing all 6 of the primes. It's just because of the bosses. Forest Poachers for me is AFK. But it's all about the bosses, you know. This map doesn't have challenging bosses, I think is why this one seems so much easier. Oh, I played Cube World for a while. They're radioactive. I grinded the crap out of that game. My Ranger, I think, was like level 350 or something. I got mixed emotions on that game now. It's been, for what it is, it's been in development for so long. But on the same note, it's a husband and wife development team. Anyway, on US West, feel free to hop on in and join me. They've got them all listed already, Huckleberry. The next one is Power Surge. Next week will cause some tears, I think. I think people will be... Next week should be a bit of a gear check. Well, no, floor 900 would be like 1/100th of 1%. But yeah, next week will be a gear check. There's no doubt there. Meaning people will be like, what the hell? I didn't win. If you don't have gear, I think you might have a challenge next week. I mean, people are rolling into these existing ones with Chaos 7 gear, beating it no problem. You know? Zero Day got it built. Take it away, man. I think spawn camping Malthius is a bit excessive. I mean, it's like a 2-second kill with no defenses. What's going on, K-Man? Yeah, Power Surge should be fun. I'm curious whether or not the Dryad Tree thing is going to work. If the Dryad Tree thing works, then it's going to make Power Surge a lot easier. If the Dryad Tree thing doesn't work, then it should be a bit of a challenge. Oh, going good. Just checking out the new map here today. What update you referring to there, PBHC? What we're playing here now, this is on live servers. You can go play this right now. It's every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 a.m. Pacific Time. which would be what? It would be 4 p.m. GMT every Wednesday. We get a new map. Oh, is it? Or 2 p.m. 2 p.m. in Ireland. Or yeah, 6. What? Because I'm -7 GMT. So it should actually launch at 1 p.m. What time in Australia? So in Australia it would be -6. In Australia it will launch like around midnight on Thursday morning, Wednesday night, Thursday morning, PBHC. Your secondary objectives blow up. I haven't had any issue with that. I know that some of the maps have some funky skeleton spawns. If the Dryad thing doesn't work, my plan is to spam Flame Auras. I mean, we'll have to see. Dude, I got Cannon Ogred. But that's the general thought I've had, is to spam Flame Auras. We'll have to see what happens, you know? The Dryad thing will make it way easier. I'm gonna have to go and set up a damn tree. I don't have a tree set up now. I just spam a tree with randomness on it. And don't worry too much about it. But it looks like now I'm gonna need a real tree. I can see a power surge video happening already. I don't want to talk about it too much because Chromatic will go and put some work into it this way and make it so it doesn't happen. But the power surge video will be the easy way and the cheesy way. Well, that map's happening, but no, the crossover event was a one-time thing. The Souls of Night are done. They're, according to Trendy directly, back in the Trendy days, you can just get rid of them because they're worthless now. The tree doesn't despawn 0 day. So you can place trees up as a wall barrier and they stay the whole map. It's like that right now. Now, I mean, they may have changed it. But the current power surge is like that. Power surge, there's no reason to play power surge now, other than to just unlock the items from the Wayfarer. Well, I mean, it's just more importantly, it buys you a second or two. That's the only thing that makes it so good now. Is it's a buys time, you know. I don't have any Chaos 8 totems. But I'll have a tree set up by next week, ready to go just in case. Figure 250 is not that bad. The problem is you can't really use automation on it and get any healing out of it. Well, remember that the tree doesn't attack, so the only attack it would get is the exploded shielding guard attack. Which the explosive shielding guard attack is not, it's not very frequent, so the healing wouldn't be near as good as it would be on any other, really any other wall, I don't think. But remember, they remain, so you can upgrade them too. So even like protective downgrade servo would be good. Oh, the apprentice weapon. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what this bad boy looks like. Sadly, did not get another one. Crap, I didn't check any of those mods. My luck, I would have just auto sold a 10 out of 10. No, alright. So, oh, that's kind of interesting. Mystic weapon looks alright. What's the alt fire look like on that, Zero Day? Is the standard alt fire? Yeah, it looks like the standard alt fire. That's a cool, this is a cool looking staff though. Big old dragon. Definitely gets points for looks. Don't have enough mana to get these lanes finished. Yep, I'm out. Would look cool in the farmer skin. Oh yeah. It's a good looking staff though, for sure. There's no way that they're going to put relics to drop at Chaos 8. It would completely break the entire system in the game if they did that. I mean, let's be honest here. The weapons don't really matter. You're not going to be achieving anything more having these weapons than you did without them. It's not going to allow you to push further than you could without the weapons. Relics, on the other hand, would change that. I don't know, it's RNG, you know. My drops were terrible in 1 and 2. I ended up getting 9 weapons total. I've got 9 weapons from 1 and 2. And I've done probably 250 to 300 maps. I mean, shit, I'm pretty sure I've done Demon's Lair 200 times now. So, I know I've had to have done 250 to 300 total. But I had terrible luck, personally. I did do really well on the amps, but I didn't need them. That's why. You know, I mean, I don't need the weapons either, but I wanted the weapons. The amps I didn't care about, so RNG says, okay, you don't care about these? Here you go. Have a dozen. It's just how RNG works. It's a cruel world, the world of RNG. I don't like that one as much either, Zero Day. I like that Deathwing just looks cool as hell. I still don't have a good Deathwing, a usable one. Thanks, Sarah Braden. I'll be live on Twitch later today. I'll probably do this one more time here and then call it a day and kind of attempt to wake up the rest of the way. You guys got to realize this is still absurdly early for me. It's only 8:30 in the morning. And you're talking about a guy that normally doesn't go to bed until 6 a.m. So yeah, I need another dose of caffeine. And then I'll be back live later on over on Twitch around noon Pacific time. Hoping to have a little bit better luck here, though. I mean, I guess I can't complain. I've had even only having one weapon so far today. Actually, let me look. I gotta get rid of the Chaos 7 weapons. I bought a bunch of those weapons right at launch day last week. That way I could do a video with all the weapons in it. Which I'll probably end up doing again for this week, too. It's not announced what we're going to be getting yet. They're Denton, so no way to tell until they launch. But there is nowhere to look to see what we'll be getting. No, I'm up early. I got up I got up before 6 o'clock. That way I didn't know if there was going to be a download or whatever. Or if it was just going to be one of those flipping the switch type things like Mastery was. The weapons get downgraded to Chaos 7, Dirty Chipmunk, makes them worthless. Do not buy the stupid weapons. I put it in a video the other day and people are still overpaying. The weapons, you can't buy a Chaos 8 item from the markets and keep it at Chaos 8. Everything will get downgraded to Chaos 7 status, no matter what. There's no way around it. Had a power outage, uh-oh. So, I mean, once the weapons lose their 5 of 5 Chaos 8 status, then they're just a skin. It's just the same as any old weapon you'd get from Chaos 7. It just has a different skin. They trying to nerf you there, Phoenix. They trying to hold you back. They say no weapons for Phoenix. Must cut power. What's going on there, Alria? How you doing? Oops, that was me they're waiting on. It's like, who the hell's not hitting a damn button? Oh, it's me. Well, I mean, people sell mods all the time. Mods are fine to buy. I'm just saying don't buy anything that's Chaos 8 expecting it to stay Chaos 8 is what I'm saying. I mean, if it's got a 10 of 10 mod on it, then it's a 10 of 10 mod. It doesn't matter what that goes down to. You're going to have to upgrade it to Chaos 8 to put it on a Chaos 8 item. Just got your first Frostfire Remnants. Nice. It's not even Frostfire week. Yeah, Liberty Sword is light. It is indeed light. No, there's no way to remove a mod off of the items. I mean, you can't just sell just a mod. They're referring to the gear that we get now doesn't matter. The gear itself is just containers to hold mods. Whether you get a good roll or a bad roll on a piece of gear really doesn't matter as long as it's got a good mod in it. Oh, no problem there, Quick. Yeah, you always got to upgrade before moving your stuff over. Not enough sleep today. Yeah, the game, you have to set up your bags for it, but you can turn auto loot on and off in bags. That's why I never bother looting anything. Unless something just catches my eye, like I think I see a 10 out of 10 mod or something as I'm running by. I don't ever look at stuff on the ground. Oop, there it is. It's good and bad, to be honest with you. I mean, there was nothing better in DD1 than rolling up to what you knew was an Ultimate Plus Plus piece laying on the ground and running over to look at it, you know? There was nothing better than that. That feeling in DD2 gets completely lost, unfortunately. Well, why would they want to do that, Elria? It's a grind game. They're not going to take away the grind. They've already taken away so much of it now. But, I mean, look at Ultimate Plus Plus drop rates in DD1. I mean, they don't expect somebody to be able to play DD2 for a couple of 100 hours and have all the best stuff. It's just not realistic. Yeah, I agree, Zero Day. I think DDA has the potential to bring a lot of that good stuff back, you know. Alright, PBHC, thanks for swinging by. Have a wonderful evening. Yeah, you can move mods as often as you want, Quick. You just have to pay for it every time. I'm having a tough time here, I'll be honest. I needs me some more caffeine. Like I said, I tried to go to bed like around 11 o'clock last night and ended up just laying in bed staring at Netflix for like 2 or 3 hours. If it's one of the C8 weapons, quick, that's just... Unless it's got a good mod on it. I hate to say it, but it's junk. Just throw it away. Quicksilver's like, no! That's absurd luck there, Geek. How many times did you do Demon's Lair, though? Like 500 times or something absurd? I've probably done it 200 times, and I think that was absurd. Using a light weapon now? Well, I mean, any heavy weapon then from any map would be a huge upgrade for you. I'm not a fan. I mean, I know that people love Monster Hunter World and got a lot of good aspects to it, but I just cannot handle the wonky movement. The character models and their attachment to the ground and how the characters move, I just don't like it. Certainly not a fan. I've got plenty of stuff to play, though. I figure we got Borderlands 3 coming next week. That's kind of a big deal. We got that Path of Exile update hitting, which definitely looks interesting. Diablo 3 season is newest season is only, what, a week and a half old now? Then we're, what, a month away from Destiny 2's expansion. There's plenty of stuff for me to play. Oh, I definitely plan on playing Borderlands 3 quick. No doubt about it. One of my favorite game franchises of all times. You want a heavy weapon for a nuke monk because you're focusing on one swing of the weapon. So you want a weapon where that one swing is going to be the hardest hitting. You can make it work with a medium or a heavy weapon, but a heavy weapon is going to just be a bigger number. Which version? I got just the standard edition. I didn't see a big, other than just, you know, for vanity purposes, I didn't really see a reason to get the updated ones. If they would have, like, included a season pass or DLC or something like that, then then I would have considered it probably. I use 2 flame auras, a lightning strike aura on each of the 3 lanes where they come together at the choke point there, Semiatos. Remember, it's not about killing the enemies, so you actually don't want to spawn camp the enemies. The only enemy you care about killing is the Lava Guardians to get the ball, right? So I bring the 3 back to the choke point, and then I basically ignore everything on the map except the Lava Guardians. But I got it down. Solo, I'm running it in like 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And in a group, in a group that's focused on time, the quickest we've been able to get it down to so far is about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I can show you guys real quick what I do though. Before I end the stream here, if anybody's curious. It's not the best overall farm map, but it is the highest gold per minute, and it is the obviously it's quick map, so getting a chance to get a Chaos 8 amp. God dang it, I missed my thank you message again. These guys are like, Juice Bag sucks, he doesn't say thank you. Anyway, appreciate the matches there, y'all. Check the loot again real quick, and I'll show you guys what I usually do for Demon's Lair. You can OP it and throw a boost star in there too. No weapons yet. Let's swap that one back. I want to get rid of my non-Chaos 8 weapons too. The ones I bought. So that way I can get a true number. I think that's it. All these are Chaos 8. Yeah. So, I lied. I don't have 8. I've gotten 14 total weapons as drops. And that's probably, I want to say, maybe 300 maps. I don't know the exact thing. The little numbers are, if you hold shift on PC, it will give you the mod, the highest quality mod on the item. Like, we got a 3 here, so the highest quality mod is going to be a 3 out of 10. Exploding volley chip. I didn't even notice it had exploding volley chip on it. Which is supposed to be an onslaught only mod, so I'm guessing these new weapons can drop with all of any mod type on it, maybe. Anyway, let me show y'all what I've been doing here. For Demon's Lair. It's super quick. It's like 15-second build time. You got one with a pirate mod. Very nice. I'm wondering if the Drakenfrost mods will drop there too. Now, of course, depending on your power level, this build may not work for you. But it's very, very cheap on DU, so if it doesn't work, it's easy answer, add more stuff. But anyway, this is what I do. I go like that, and that's it. So basically you got 15-second-ish build time. I'm going to throw some Sky Guards down just in case. And then I'm just sniping and looking for my buddy, the Lava Guardian. Well, you just add something else. then add a proton beam, add a weapon man node, add, add whatever you want to add. But just, you got to figure out your own comfort level with the power, and then just add in something else. And I don't bother with upgrades or anything. Just let it fly. Thought I saw one over there. And then sometimes I'll drop flame auras like around here. Figure one on the stairs. Throw another one right up here by the catapult. Giovanni, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Now, if you're in a group and you all have like planned builds, then like having one person run up top and drop a proton beam can be extremely helpful. And that, will remove the assassin from you, so you don't have to wait for it up top. You could also have one designated person to run the lava balls and have the other person with an Abyss Lord in their deck. I usually do this with an Abyss Lord. Just gotta wait for the assassin to drop. And then GTFO. Uh-oh. This might end up taking me another cycle. Go, go, Burning Strikes. Haha, there we go. So yeah, anyway, that's the general build that I do. But, a few things that would be helpful is, obviously the only crowd control I have is the Boost Aura. But if you had 2 people building, or even better yet, if you had 3 people building, have one person start on this side of the map, another person start on that side of the map, or even say if you had a 4-player team, if you had a 4-person team, have one person do each one of these lanes, and have the 4th person run right upstairs and drop some kind of CC or whatever up here. Like, I mean, you could do anything, just a proton beam, anything at all to remove the assassin off of you. And I'm pretty sure you could get, if you had a 4-player group that was organized, I do think that you could get below 2 minutes on this map. I mean, like I said, I'm doing it, when I try hard it, I'm doing it at 2 minutes and 45 seconds solo. So, I mean, you would shave at least 10 seconds off of that just in build time and have a more complete build. And then you'd save what? Like, I had to wait for the assassin to get off me like 4 or 5 seconds per wave. So that's another 15 seconds right there because of not having anything up here. No defenses can self-proc petrify, Zach. No defenses in the game at all. They could for about a week. But Chromatic said, no, we ain't having it. Smacked us right down. I don't know if the swords were on this map. It tells you on the war table what is what. Yeah, but what's the point of that? That's like the ultimate, considering you're talking about a 10-second build time, semi-autos. That is the ultimate smack in the face for a tower defense game. I will not, I refuse to do hero-only runs. If I want to do that, I'm going to log on Warframe. Because it's a way better game in that regard, right? Or Destiny 2. But I personally just refuse to not have towers. So now it's from Prime 1 as the sword. So you'd have to go to Chrome Enemies, Gribs, or Cobalt Blinking. Griblocks is AFK. I would say if you're looking for that Liberty Sword, go to Gribs. What's going on, Played? You guys are here right at the end. I got up early for it today. I'm going to take a short little break, get some more caffeine in my system, and try to become a little bit more of a human being. And then I will be live over on Twitch here. It won't be noon. That's still a ways away. I'll be live on Twitch here within, say, the next 90 minutes or so. Anybody that's still up. But anyway, thanks a ton all. Because it's patch day, Paco. I always stream DD2 the second an update goes live. It's always been that way. We got new content today. New content means I'm streaming the second that content hits. But anyway, thanks a ton, everybody. I do appreciate it. And if anybody's still up for some more grinding, I'll be going live over on the Twitches here in a little bit. So thanks a ton. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the map. Unfortunately, we don't get the whole zone, so no Hyper Shard for us today. But we're getting there. We're getting there. But anyway, thanks a ton all. Have a good one. See y'all.